Hello, everybody, and welcome to the OSINT Curious live stream. I am Micah Hoffman, and I am thrilled to be here. Now, today I'm flying solo. You might have noticed there are no other OSINT Curious people here tonight, and that's okay. It's going to be you and me tonight, and we are going to have some good fun doing open source intelligence things. I think today we're going to just keep it light. We're going to do some GeoGuessr. We're going to be doing some open source intelligence capture the flag, one by Sin Windy and the OSINT Dojo. So we're going to have a lot of fun today. Let's see who is out there. Hey, Cavit, how you doing? So if you are watching us on, I'm going to do my best to not say us and we today, but I probably won't succeed. If you're watching me, as I represent OSINT Curious tonight on Twitch, on YouTube, on Twitter, Periscope, say hello. Hey, Lubella, how you doing? This is meant to be interactive. I need to know that you're out there so that I can succeed at GeoGuessr, because those of you that know me know that I'm not so great at it yet, and I'm getting better every day. So if you are on Twitter or on Periscope, Twitter, Periscope, YouTube, or Twitch, give me a shout in the comments. Say hello and let me know that I'm not alone. Hey, Connor, nice seeing you. I saw you on the earlier live stream as well. Adam, whoa, all right. It's pretty late over there for you. Welcome to the live stream. So for those of you that are new to the OSINT Curious project, down below it at the bottom of the screen, you see our website, osintcurio.us. You see our handle. Also, we can be found on the Searchlight Discord, which is an incredibly useful Discord where people are talking about all things open source intelligence professionally. And it's a really nice, supportive place to be. Also, OSINT Curious is a nonprofit, and we are supported by viewers like you. So thank you to those of you that are in our audience that are our patrons. If you're not yet a patron of our project and you can spare $1 a month, please go ahead and visit our patron site, which is now coming on the channel or on the screen, and we would love to have you supporting our project. But for now, let's switch our banner and we are going to go to GeoGuessr. Yeah, for those of you that don't know about GeoGuessr, it's a nice warm-up that I do every single time that we do these live streams. It is a geolocation-based game, got really, really popular this past year with everybody working from home or staying at home and just wanting to engage and have some fun. In it, we are placed in a certain place in the world in like a Google Street View imagery, and using the street signs, using other things in the environment that we can see, we need to figure out where in the world are we. And then I choose on a map where we are. Now for this, I'm really going to need your help. I need you to tell me where you think we are and why. Remember, please tell me the why. Also, please no Googling. It says at the bottom of the screen, help me do this without using Google, Bing, DuckDuckGo, Yandex to do some additional searches. We're going to just use our brains for this. Are you ready? I think I am. Let's head over to the daily challenge. The daily challenge. All right. So now another thing that I guess I got to put in here, if you have already done the daily challenge here for today in GeoGuessr, please do not help us out, because we want to do this ourselves. All right, people, here we go. In your chats, whatever platform you're on, help me solve these challenges. Here we go. And we have 5 rounds that are 3 minutes per round. So we don't have a lot of time for doing this. Here we go. First one, we see low trees. I'm thinking a dry climate. First thing I'm thinking is Australia, but I'm not seeing anything else here. Let's head down here and see which direction. Okay, people are driving on the left-hand side of the road, so Australia it could be. The challenge with Australia is that when they put you out in the outback here, this is really challenging. This also could be the place right above South Africa, or it could be South Africa. Yeah, this could be Africa. Let's just see if there's anything aside from just flat scrub. Definitely looks like an arid climate. Let's see if we can find a license plate on this vehicle or just anything. Aha. Okay. Yeah, I'm favoring more Africa just from the vehicle, the way it looks and stuff. I'm thinking that. It's also neat seeing the Google car passing some other vehicle. You don't see that very often. All right, what are your thoughts? Anybody out there have any ideas? We need a place where you're driving on the left-hand side of the road and scrub and desert and for kilometers and kilometers and kilometers. I know some of you are like, yeah, well, there's not much to go on here. Anybody know anything about these trees? All right, we do see the Google car, but I'm not yet that familiar with some of these places. Yeah, Connor, you thinking Africa? It feels like it. Let's just see if there's anything on that vehicle, if we can catch up to it. Oh, he just passed us. So hang on, let me go back here. Maybe there's a marking or something on the vehicle. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, right. If only the tree mapper section from in his newsletter could be used. I know there are some really good foliage type of things. All right, we've got 58 seconds here. Let's see what we got. Anything? Nope. Wait, anything on the tire? Dunlop? Maybe? No. Duck. What does that say? I don't know. I think we're gonna have to guess here, fellas. Let's go to Africa. Now, last time we did Botswana. I'm thinking Botswana instead of South Africa. Any thoughts? Yeah. I'm going to go right there. Although I think Botswana was driving on the right. Oh, we're just going to go there. Let's see what happens. Oh, it was Botswana. That was nice. All right, so we were right that it was Africa. Now, one of the things that I like doing is trying to get better at these. So we're going to use the geotips.net site, and I'm going to head on over to the Africa section, click on Botswana. So Botswana and South Africa, I'm just going to toss this into the chat. You have access to the things that I do. You can see in Africa, there's not that many countries that have the street view. Some of them are blue. That means people drive on the right-hand side of the road. Some people drive on the left-hand side of the road. That's the red. And then the purple are the trekkers, the backpacks, or the ones that are on bicycles or other things. So if we see left-hand drive and Africa, we automatically have South Africa, Botswana, Uganda, or Kenya. Now let's click on Botswana and see what we got here. As far as other details, there was really not much we could do. We didn't see the country flag anywhere. Yep, this is exactly what it looked like. Botswana is incredibly remote and rural. All right. So, all right, we got some stream. Yes, we saw the Google car. All right. Bollards. I didn't see any bollards, but we did see some other things. All right, so there's not a lot of coverage except over in Pretoria and Gaborone. Unique vehicle and road lines. Okay. All right. Well, that was actually a good try for our first one. Let's do number 2. Round number 2 of 5. Here we go. All right. So we are in an urban area. I see palm trees and all right. So urban area, palm trees. I see darker skinned people. All right, let's head down this way. Bicycles, like not rickshaws, but bicycles. Let's see what's on the back of that vehicle. What kind of vehicle is this? A Land Cruiser. All right. Land Cruiser. I'm thinking more like not Philippines necessarily, but over there, what do we have? Lane 10. Bangtalok. Let's see what's down here. I'm definitely thinking Asia. Thoughts? India. Really? Let's see what's on the sign. Why do we keep missing this sign? Hang on. Let's go up here and turn around. Let's see what's on this sign. I think you're well. Is this India? Yeah. Okay, tell me why, Matt. Tell me why, Raul. I trust you, and I think you're right, but tell me why. And you think it's Bengaluru? This is all right. Let's go down the street more while you're typing in why you think it's that thing, which I think you're right. Although I thought India was all trekkers, and it wasn't. It wasn't. See, I'm not unfamiliar with this language. Is this Indian language? Anybody? I see three people saying English. Oh, see somebody saying Bangladesh. Yeah, I'm not sure if it only has photospheres map, but it definitely has just that trekker and possibly photospheres. So I'm thinking another country, but I don't know what. Ideas? Bangladesh. Okay. Bangladesh. Now let's try to figure out where in Bangladesh. What does that say? Baridhara. All right, so Bangladesh. Let's see where we are. Bangladesh. Bangladesh. Okay, because of the typing. Thanks, Osama. And where in Bangladesh? Yeah, this is the daily challenge. Daily challenge in Horde. And I am trying to figure out. I have no idea where. Oh, you 5K this one? Then you cannot participate. Oh wait, there's a sign up here. Let's see if that says anything. What does that say? Drive slow. Well, thank you. Okay, 22 seconds. Darn it. Okay, well, we're just going to go Bangladesh here. I didn't see a lot of water, so we're going to go over here just because I feel like it. Not too bad. All right. There we go. How would we have known that? Was there a sign that said that city or something? No. Okay. Well, that still wasn't bad. Bangladesh, thank you for figuring that out. Let's go over to, I believe, Asia and learn about Bangladesh. Bangladesh is Google Street View, and it is left-hand drive. Now, we were right about India, that if this was India, it wouldn't have been a car on the road. It would have been a trekker, which was probably a backpack, or like I think Matt was saying, that it was the photospheres and stuff. So let's look at Bangladesh. Didn't see a flag. Horde, how did you figure that out? We rock, Labella. Yes, we do. How did you figure it out? How did you 5K this one? Wow, look at that person. He's actually, I don't know what he's doing. All right, so there's even some water-based stuff over here. That's great. Bollards. All right. Let's go to the bottom. I like going to the bottom where the language is. It felt like Dhaka. Okay. Huh. All right. I will take your word for it. All right. So here we have the alphabet, Bangladesh. So this is Bengali. All right. So familiarize ourselves with, the name of the district was on the sign. Darn it. All right. So this is Bengali. All right. I'm trying to look at it. Lots of looping script. Lots of bars at the top. All right. Cool. Well, I think we did pretty well there. Pretty respectably. Okay. Let's go ahead to round number 3. Here you go. And if you've already done these challenges, please don't help us. All right. Here we have a track, Caviron, Adcom. With all the advertisements, I'm thinking the United States just because, but I don't think so. Furta, Frydenbo, Deloitte. Okay, Deloitte is international, but wow, look at those mountain. Let's see, ASCO. Well, it could be the United States. Let's see what side of the road we drive on. All right, look at these vehicles over here. We see some VWs. Is that a Renault? A Peugeot. Yeah, this is not United States. This is more Europe, I would say. All right, so where do we think we are? Let's see. Hey, there's a statue over there. That's not something you see every day, but there's no sign. Let's see, what does this say? NRK. All right, so we have a 30-kilometer zone here, which tells me we definitely are not in the United States. Yep, and we're driving on the right-hand side of the road. So Europe, I would say right-hand side of the road, mountains. Flora. Oh, with the strike through the O, is that Norwegian? Or what other languages have that? Floro. Anybody have an idea? Let's see. Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Sweden. I'm thinking, okay, Sweden with Floro. I'm going to get some time here and we're going to look at this. All right, maybe we go down this way and see what's on this sign. Sweden, definitely Sweden. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. Apotheek. So let's go to Sweden and let's look for Floro. Too hilly for Denmark. Okay. Now, where is Flora? Now, Flora is going to be a small. Norway has the O2. Okay. Let's see. University in Sweden. Yeah, but where is it? We have 49 seconds left, people. You know me. If I don't have a place, I'm just going to pick it. All right. I don't see the Floro. That's Finland. You had an E39. Yeah, that is a good clue. Here's the E14. There's the E45. Can we find the E39? That's the E4. E45. 14, 4, 16 seconds. Oh, no. All right. Well, we're going to go down here, and we're just going to plop it right there and see what happens. Norway it was. Darn it. That's why I couldn't find the 49 or the 39. It's in the wrong country. Okay. Cool. Click somewhere south. All right. I did. But that's all right. We were close. We had the Norwegian area. Let's head on up to Sweden and let's learn about Sweden. So we were driving on the right-hand side of the road, and you can see most of Europe does that. Let's learn about Norway. Didn't see any flags, which would have helped us. We didn't really. I guess we did see some lines on the road, but there weren't anything that looked really. Yeah, didn't look like anything. So E39 right there. Oslo would have been a big clue. Yep. Here's the poles and the license plates. We didn't really catch that. Oh, wow. That's gorgeous. Holy smokes. All right. Architecture. And let's get down to the alphabet. So the alphabet, where is that? There it is right there with the line strike through it. All right. So does Sweden have that too? That line through it in the font? I mean, in their alphabet? Let's see. Let's go all the way to the bottom. No. Aha. So that's a good discriminator for me. So O with a line through it, all right, I'm not sure what the exact letter is, will be Norway, and the O with 2 dots over it and Norwegian sounding words will be a Sweden country. Okay, these are good discriminators, and we're doing all right. All right, here we go. Thank you for your help too. This is really good. All right, here we go. All right, this feels Eastern European, right? Gelredom. But let's see. Does anybody recognize that right off the bat? Like Gelredom, that's over here. I'm thinking we're in a Trekker, which could be Russia even. Jupiter, no. All right, what is this? Netherlands. Ho. And is Bergam the name of the town or the city? Bergam, right there. But isn't Netherlands plus 31 for the country code? Huh. Yeah. And here, yeah, this is not I guess it is the EU license plate. It says Rome there, but I don't think we're in Rome. Thoughts? Ingang? Where are we? We are at the Gelredome. Where is this, people? This is the dome in Vitesse. I'm not familiar with this. Somebody that knows more about Europe, help me out here. Hoofdingang? Is this, and so would this be Netherlands? Let's see. Yeah, it looks like Netherlands. Okay. I'm seeing the IJ there since nobody's typing stuff into the. Yeah, I'm thinking Netherlands here, but I mean it definitely looks Dutch. But where is that? Well, with Netherlands, it's so small. We can just kind of go there and then figure it out. All right, we have 1 minute left. This is all right. Taxi. Oh, are we on a bicycle? No. We're definitely just going around the dome here. Ingang. Let's see. Bekomen. Yeah, I think it is Dutch. Rules for the public. All right. Sounds Netherlands. Yeah, the question is where? I don't know where this is. I'm going away from Amsterdam, maybe even down here. Yellow front and back plates, Netherlands or Luxembourg. So maybe we're over here closer. I would say look closer to the south, maybe. Let's just give it a try. Maybe Eindhoven. Yeah, we'll just give it a try and see what happens. Not too far. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So the yellow front and back place, that's a very good clue because that might tell us that we're near the border of Luxembourg. There was a highway next to the starting location. Aha. All right. So we are going to go up to Europe again and look at the Netherlands. Netherlands, the flag. Didn't see that. Let's see. Okay. License plates. Again, that was blurred out. Google car. Didn't see. We weren't on a road. Let's just see if there's anything here that we could have used. Aside from the highway sign. Thank you for that. You see we're traveling on the right-hand side of the road, like most of the places over in Europe. All right. And we have signs. All right. Rotterdam. Yeah. Here you can see the IJs. Lots of IJs. That was how I identified Netherlands and the .nl in the sign on the truck. Okay. We're going to go all the way down to the bottom. Here's codes for that. Aha. Numbers starting with 06 are mobile phone numbers, which can be found around the whole country. So that, I think, is what we saw. All right. Let's get back to GeoGuessr. Play next round. We're not doing too bad. All right. Let's go. Here we go. Next one. All right. We are in a city or town. This says Bucaramanga. Diferencia to Paso al Andar. All right, so forgive my pronunciation, but here's Polo Club. All right, let's see. Technology. Any thoughts right off the bat? Empanadas? Looks like we're driving in the middle of the street. Here we have people. I'm thinking South America. Yeah, OSINT enthusiast. I'm thinking that too. South America would work. 4th annual. The plates help a lot here. Oh, no hinting. Come on. All right. We see yellow plates. Yellow plates. And let's see what's on the back of the bus. Kilometers. Yep. So that would definitely be something. And we have these other yellow plates. I want to say like Peru, but I have no idea. Yeah, you know or you don't know. Thanks. That's really helpful. Okay, so we have 1:40 left. And there we go, Tigdas. Yes, Tigdas. Colombia. And we have. All right, so I guess this could be Colombia, but where in Colombia? If this is Colombia. I don't see any signs. All right, Colombia it is. I will choose Colombia, but where? Let's find a big city in Colombia. Colombia. How about Bogota? On the sign? Oh, straight ahead. Yes, thank you. Where are we? Zona. All right, hang on. Zoom out. Go back. I have 50. Nope, that's not back. Sorry, my zooming out is not working. Here we go. Zone of traffic, so 30. Where's 30? That's 40. Here's 45. There's 50. So I'm guessing 30 would be to the right here. Let's see. 55, 30. We have 31 seconds. 70. Medin. There's 30. No, that's 50. 50 and 30. There's 31. 20. 14 seconds, people. I'm going to go for it. We're going to hit Bogota. Whatever. We'll just try that. And it's Medellin. Medellin. Darn it. Okay. Cool. And I guess that was the question. That was the issue was the license plates in Colombia are yellow like that. Was that the key that's Tigdias made? Colombia country flag is yellow. Yep. Oh, SB said it. Cool. All right. There's the road lines, signs. All right. The signs look kind of there we go. There are the yellow license plates. Okay. There's a big street close by with Medellin. Oh, okay. There we go. Yep. And all right. So we're getting more. Well, you know what? As long as we're in the country, I'm cool with it. We're doing all right. The giveaway map. Yep. South American vibe. Yellow plate. Colombia. Got it. All right. Oh, that was the last one too. Hey. 21,000 points. That is pretty darn good. Thank you all for your help, Matt and Horton and Connor and Tigdias and all of you. Thank you so much for your help. That was actually pretty good. Always like to see how good a time I can get with just relying on all of you and your diverse knowledge from all the different countries. And I would imagine that some of you probably have played GeoGuessr once or twice. So thank you very much for your help today. Really appreciate it. All right, that is a half-hour point, so let's just tell you who we are. To who I am. I am Micah Hoffman. I'm the president of OSINT Curious, a group that focuses on open source intelligence and dissemination of knowledge and teaching skills and stuff. This is our live stream. And one of the things that I'm trying to do is just break down some barriers. This week, I'm live streaming all week at 2100 hours UTC. And one of my goals each day is to break down another barrier. Some of you probably have never done a capture the flag. Maybe you've heard some things about capture the flags and how there's a lot of stress and pressure. And yes, there absolutely can be. And sometimes not knowing how to do it, what the process is, what do you do, it can be intimidating as well. So what I'd like to do today is go back into the virtual machine and really take a look at a capture the flag on the Try Hack Me platform. Now, before I do that, I want to introduce you to, I consider him a colleague, Sin Windy on Twitter. Really great open source intelligence person. Writes some great blog posts and all, and I'll just throw Sin Windy. That is his Twitter handle on Twitter. Sin Windy has created this project called the OSINT Dojo, which is all about leveling yourself up through community and participation and engagement. It's also by doing things many times in various industries, whether it's cyber or IT or OSINT or whatever. You can read all the books, you can read all the tutorials, you can read blog posts, but until you get into it and you start doing things, things don't really click. So what OSINT Dojo is about ranking yourself up through community engagement, whether it's writing a blog post, participating in certain activities. And one of the things that he has done is created this Try Hack Me room. Now, if you're not familiar, I'll paste this into the chat here. If you're not familiar with the Try Hack Me's, there are a bunch of Try Hack Me Capture the Flags that are open source intelligence related. We did this Searchlight room earlier in the year. Now we're going to do this. Now, to get into the Try Hack Me's, you have to create a free account, but there's no barrier to entry there. Just create a free email and then create a free account with that free email. Here, I'm signed in with my OSINT Curious account, and I am in that Sakura room that OSINT Windy and the OSINT Dojo have created. So the way that some of the Capture the Flags work, and that's this one right here, is that there's a series of tasks that we must complete. And before I start out, let me ask you all, have any of you already completed this room, the Sakura room over in Try Hack Me? Just type it into the chat. Let me know if you did it. And because one of the things I love doing is learning from you all, whether it's Colombian license plates are yellow or whether there's an O with a slash through it, that's Norwegian. Okay. All right, cool. So we're getting some no's. Okay. So we'll do this together. All right. And I'm going to go nice and slow just for those of you that have never done a Capture the Flag before. Now, if the way I do it is too complicated or you don't get it, keep in mind that up here, there are write-ups. And this write-up here is a video and then actually a write-up by OSINT Dojo, by Sin Windy. So if you're like, you did it one way, Mike, I'd like to see a different way of doing this so that maybe you gain some even greater skills in OSINT, go ahead and watch those. That's one of the benefits of the OSINT Dojo, of just watching Twitter, is you get a huge number of people doing things different ways and achieving the same result. So let's go ahead and do this. I have no idea how, I haven't done this yet, so we're doing this together. All right. Okay, so here's the background. It just talks about OSINT practitioners should be able to complete these challenges and blah, blah, blah. All right. Cool. Once you've completed this room, you can submit a badge request. OSINT Dojo gives digital badges once you level up and do certain things. So if you're one of those people that likes those digital badges, this is something you might want to do. Cool. All answers can be obtained via passive OSINT. I love these rules of engagements where it tells me don't do those things, because now I can stay safer. Do not attempt any active techniques such as reaching out to account owners, password resets, etc. All right. Cool. Are you ready to get started? Now, one of the biggest things that people run into is, well, how do I submit answers? Luckily, here in the Try Hack Me room, it tells me to type "let's go" with an exclamation point inside of that. I'm just going to copy that. And you can see over here, the format for the answer is "let's go" with that punctuation. So I'm going to paste that in, hit submit. And we did it. Yay. All right. Let's start out with the tip off here. See what we got. All right. The OSINT Dojo recently found themselves a victim of a cyber attack. It seems that there's no major damage and there does not appear to be any significant indicators of compromise on any of our systems. However, during forensic analysis, our admins found an image left behind by the cyber criminals. Ooh, perhaps it contains some clues. We've copied the image left by the attacker. You can view it in your browser here. Let's take a look at it. Now, images contain treasure trove of information both on the surface as well as embedded in the file itself. You might find information when the photo was created with software. So the question is, what username does the attacker go by? Let's take a look. You've been pwned. All right. So I see that people say, this is too easy. It's only too easy if you know the process. Now, let me teach you a little bit of process here. Analyzing a picture, I like to turn to other people that do things better than me and then learn from them. I learned a lot from Ben Strick. He goes by Bendo Brown on Twitter. He has a really simple process. So if you look at this, you can analyze an image foreground. You can analyze the background. Oh, and then, oh, that was terrible. Hang on. So foreground, background, map markers, and metadata. All right. So That did not come out really well, but you have it. You have my verbal. So we're looking at this image. I don't see anything in there. Yes, we could try to translate these zeros and ones. These zeros and ones are binary, which may spell out some kind of message. But one of the other things that some of you have already figured out is you probably can right click on this, save as. This is an SVG. We're just going to save this file. And then we can look at the metadata. Let's just see what the metadata for this is. For this, I'm going to use a command line tool here called exif tool. The exif tool is a simple, easy to use free tool that's on Linux systems or can be installed on Macs and Windows systems. And all I'm going to do is type in the directory and then the path to the file there. Let's see. And here we have, let's see, we have the file name, we have the directory, the file size. All right, we see the image box, we see the document name is pwned letter. Here's the file name, metadata S5. Okay, so I'm not seeing the name of the attacker in there. All right, so metadata didn't work. Okay, next. Let's take a look over here and see what else. So for those of you that are already ahead of the game, should we translate this binary maybe? Let's see. So to translate, export the in the path of the picture. Thank you. So home, secure, snow angel. So right there. So thank you very much. I overlooked it. There we go. So here it says export file name, and those people that were very observant, like Jorg. I don't know how to pronounce your name, and I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it there. But Jorg said here in the file name path, we have /home/Sakura Snow Angel Ico. Okay, cool. Desktop pwned letter. Now, I just overlooked that. I just quickly said there's nothing here. But those of you that know about Linux will know that you can do a present working directory, and in all of the home directories have home directory and then that user's name. So what we would see here is this is the user's name, and this data was captured when this person saved this file or uploaded it. All right, let's take a look at this. I'm not going back there. And you can see the answer's a pretty long word. We're going to paste that in and hit submit. There you go. All right. Thank you for the help. Appreciate it. All right. Number 2, let's go to reconnaissance. Or number 3, task 3. It appears that our attacker made a fatal mistake in their operational security. They seem to have reused their username across another social media platform. This should make it easier for us to gather additional information. All right. So we're looking for usernames. I happen to know about usernames. Let's just see. So what's the full email address used by the attacker? Let's see. Most digital platforms have some username field. Many people have become attached to their username. So we're talking about username reuse. I'm not sure if this will help, but let's go to whatsmyname.app. I happen to know a little bit about this. This is a website that I created the backend project for, and let's just put that in and see what happens if it finds other places. Oh yes, it does. So what we're doing now is we're doing username enumeration. Okay, here it says our attacker made the fatal mistake in their operational security. They seem to have reused their username across other social media platforms. So when I sign up for a social media account, like Web Breacher on Twitter, I also might create the Web Breacher on GitHub. This is very common. And what we use is search engines that are geared towards usernames to try to locate all of those places. Here, the one that I've chosen to use is whatsmyname.app. And I will paste that in here. Whatsmyname.app is a simple application that uses the What's My Name project that I created, and it is hosted and written by OSINT Combine, Chris Poulter. The idea is that you put in a username in this field and then choose the categories that you want to use, and then you hit search. And from your web browser will make over 270 different requests out to various platforms looking for, is this user account a valid account on that system? And the way that it does it is very transparent. Well, let's take a look. GitHub. Let's see, OSINT tools. Nope. We're going to go to what's my name. So on github.com/webbreacher, what's my name, this is the what's my name project. And this what's my name project feeds what's my name.app and has modules in some other places. And it's essentially this JSON file. This is the heart of the project. And what it does is when you insert that username, it cycles through each one of these different entries and it replaces, let me just make this a little bit bigger. It replaces where this curly brace account is with whatever username that you have put into this field right here. So we put in this username. The positive result came back in GitHub and Reddit. And what happened was, if we look in Reddit, so my browser requested this with the username, and what came back were these results. So there was an HTTP response code of 200, and the words cake day were found in the response. So your browser said, hey, it's over there. So let's take a look at these results. Now, the nice thing about this is that we can just export it over here. If we wanted to, we could save this. Really, I should be documenting this, but I'm just going to go rogue here. Let's see. We're going to right click and open these in new tabs. And I'm hoping that one of these maybe shares let's see. So you have this. Oh. Okay. So let's just see here. Let's see. He hasn't posted anything. This profile, it doesn't look like there's anything. Now, one of the other things that we can do is sometimes find things over here. Let's just see what the response is. So what is the full email address used by the attacker? Let's just check this out. And what is the attacker's full real name? So we're going to close that. This profile has no real name. Let's go back over here. So the full real name Aiko. Yeah, it might be in a different place. Let's just see. So it looks like we have the first part of the name is Aiko, and here we would need the second part. So I'm not seeing it here. This is the username on GitHub. All right. So maybe what we can do is look in one of these things. There's PGP keys. PGP keys could have email addresses. Absolutely. Let's look at that. Here we have the public key and public key. Let's see. There is a way to, yeah. So sometimes PGPs and keys can have that, and I have forgotten PGP decode. Let's see. PGP decryption tool, PGP public. Sometimes we need the Googles. Public key. There we go. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. So let's paste in what we've got and see what comes out. Here we go. There's an email address. All right. So how do we get this? Let's just see if this is correct, and then we'll work backwards. So we're going to paste that in and submit. That is correct. Okay. So let's regroup. So what's my name told us there was a GitHub. GitHub gave us this information. Now, if you're not familiar with the platform, one of the best things to do is just be curious. OSINT curious. Click around until you find things. When I'm looking at this, I see several repositories, and inside of those repositories, there may be other details. There might be commits changes that this user has made that have their email address contained. I also saw the PGP keys. The PGP keys is a section, let's see. So if we come over here, PGP keys have this public key block, and it looks like gobbledygook, but it's in a special format that can be decoded. This is, I believe, base 64-ish. Don't quote me on that. I'm sorry. I see base 64 in here. I see the slashes, the pluses, the uppercase, lowercase, and the numbers, and it looks base 64. But we can copy this whole thing and, like we saw, go to a public key decoding site. Just paste that entire thing from the start block to the end block in, and then we get certain data out. Now down here we have the user ID, and that is where we saw this information. Okay. Now let's see if let's do a find on this page for ICO. Oh, ICO. Nope. All right. So that's the email address. Now let's just try something out. I always like to be curious about this stuff. I'm sure that some of you know about CyberChef. Some of you might not. It's one of my favorite tools for doing things to data. So I'm going to paste that into the Slack there. CyberChef is great at transforming data, encoding, decoding, hashing, extracting things from data. So what I want to do is just see if we can just base 64 decode this. Let's just take all of this. I know I've got some extra pieces on the end, and just see what happens. Actually, let's see if there's a PGP. PGP decrypt and verify. PGP key pair generates a new key pair. Verify, decrypt. All right, that's not it. Let's do GPG maybe. Generate, decrypt. Nope. Okay, let's just do base 64 decode from base 64. So the idea with CyberChef is this is a tool written by GCHQ, and what it does is in your browser does all of these different things. Here we're making a recipe, so we drag stuff from the left into the recipe column, and then we paste in the content there. And what we see is in the output, the result. Now, I know this is not valid because we have the GRBK on the end. Let's see what happens if we do that. Yep. Oh, there we go. Okay, so what I did was I deleted several portions of this PGP key. For those of you that aren't aware, base 64 code or base 64 encoding has uppercase English letters, lowercase English letters, numbers, slashes, and pluses. So when I look at this, from my experience, I see all those characters. I'm like, well, that could be base 64. The thing is that base 64 code or encoding may end in one or more equal signs, but this GRBK is not something that should be there. So over here, here's the entire string. This says this is not valid. So I essentially am just deleting things off the end. And when I took the equal sign and that off, look at that. Just by looking at the decoded base 64 content, we get that email address. Is this the right way? Probably not. I think I would probably, yep, absolutely, Horde. The equals or the double equals is used for padding on the end of the string. And it may or may not be there depending on whether when the encoding happens, that last number of bytes needs padding or not. So good point. So if we just needed that, well, we have the answer right there, which would be good. But this was absolutely a cleaner way to do it, where we see the PGP key broken out into all the different sections. Cool. All right. Making progress. I like that. Now, how would you figure this out if you didn't know, like have that extra data, extra information about PGP and all? Well, you do some Googling, or you do some other types of transformations. Capture the flags are meant to give you challenges to serve and to challenges that you need to figure out how to work through them. that's one of the hard things, but also one of the great things about it is that when we're doing real world investigations and analysis, we don't many times have people that are holding our hands and saying, oh, well, that's this and that's that. We might not even have those more senior people to help us out. So we need to use Google. Hey, how do I decode PGP keys? Or tell me about PGP keys. So CTFs are many times a place to learn as well. Very cool. All right, so the next part of this is, what is the full name of the attacker? All right, so Sakura Snow Angel 83 was the email. I wonder if we could take that and put it right back into, so this is interesting because Sin Windy just today or yesterday said, sometimes I like using the username here as a, I don't know. Let's just try this. So when I look in an email, I think, well, there's a username portion, the Sakura Snow Angel 83. So let's run that through what's my name and see what we get. Paste and run this. And let's see if there's an, oh, there's a Proton Mail. Let's see what happens when we click this. We got their public key. All right. Let's do this though. Gonna copy this and let's go to Firefox real quick. Let's see if it'll display it in my screen instead of downloading it for me. Aha. Let's just open with the mouse pad. We have another PGP key from Proton Mail. All right. Well, this worked once. Let's see what we can do here. You just search the username raw in Google. Okay. All right, maybe I'm overthinking, but let's try this out. Let's see what we got here. So I used the Sakura Snow Angel 83, and here we found the Proton Mail. Let's just toss that. We found the Proton Mail PGP key. And one of the things about this process is doing things wrong. I'm absolutely fine with failing here if it gets me, it gets me an avenue that I've already checked, and it doesn't help me. All right, so here we have the user ID packet. We have that username, the email address, but we don't have, let's see. I don't see anything. This is all about how the key is created. Okay, so we don't have a place where it has like a first and last name. No worries. All right, so let's do what you said here, and let's just take this, go to Google, and paste that in and see what we get. I guess this might be something that's useful. Aiko Abe, senior software engineer at LinkedIn. And we can't see their profile. Well, we might get to that in a second, but let's try this username. Let's add Abe here. Yay, we did it right. All right. Thank you, Matt, for that hint. Sometimes the more experience you have, the more options you know, and it can be very confusing because you're like, oh, I could do this and all, and it doesn't have to be as complicated as I make it. You know what I'm going to do? There are so many things here. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do a mind map, because I know I'm losing track of things and all. So let me just do a mind map here. For those of you that don't know about mind maps, this is a mind map. Yeah, exactly, Matt. Just going back to basics. Yeah. So this is a mind map. It's a way of documenting things. It's there are free applications like this. This is an Xmind application. I don't make any money by telling you Xmind application, but it works Linux, Mac, and Windows, and it's actually good. There's a bunch of online mind map applications too. What I'm just going to do is type in here Sakura try hack me room, and now we're going to keep some notes. So username, and I'm going to create a subtopic. Oh, there we go. Username is that. We also have another username on the Snow Angel here. I'm going to copy that. Actually, let's copy the whole email address. Just want to get caught up in all this documentation. So email, and we're going to paste that in. And we have another username, right? So the Sakura Snow Angel. Whoop. Sakura Snow Angel is a username as well. Now, what we can do is tie things to social media accounts. Let's see, this is associated with social media. We have GitHub, and that GitHub is back up here. And paste that in. We also have the Reddit. Let's see, Reddit. So this is Proton Mail, which we already knew. I'm going to copy that link though. Paste that in there. There we go. All right, so here we have the GitHub. Cool. Yeah, it's sometimes just challenging to document everything once you're through. So let's go ahead and note that we did a search on this. So the Sakura Snow Angel, this will be a Google query, and that's what we found, or that's what we did. And then here that led to a LinkedIn account. And the LinkedIn account that we're going to use is right here. Now I'm going to copy a link to this, but we both know that it's not fully working. And here's where I got the Aiko Abe. Now, some of you know that there are ways of finding the details of LinkedIn pages. Let's see what he requires us next to do. All right. Next, unveil. Let's see, this seems the cyber criminals are aware that we're onto them. As we were investigating into their GitHub account, we observed indicators that the account owner had already begun editing and deleting information in order to throw us off their trail. It's likely they were removing this information because it contained some sort of data that would add to us. Perhaps there's a way to retrieve the original information they provided. Absolutely. Okay. So, yeah, you know what? See, Fragosum, I was thinking about using Hunchly. Why don't we just go full in here, right? I happen to have Hunchly here too. Full disclosure, Hunchly is a wonderful sponsor of our project. I'm going to go ahead and, it's a tool that does documentation. Since I'm using Google Chrome, I can turn on Hunchly and it will record all of the things for me. It's great at documenting things as we go through this, but what I'm finding is that I need to use it in combination with another tool like the mind map tool. So yes, Fragosum, let's go ahead and create a new case. This will be the Sakura room. Cool. And what we do here is we're going to add some selectors. Now the selectors that we're going to add are all of these things from our mind map. I'm going to save this to our desktop. There we go. So let's just add these things. And what will happen is that when the application sees these, when Hunchly sees these in other pages, it will let us know and say, hey, I see these. So that's going to help us out a lot. And we're going to do Aiko. I'm going to do this two separate things. Abe. There we go. Now, these are the selectors that I've got in there. And now I need to, in here, turn on my Hunchly. I'm going to turn on capture and send it to Sakura. There we go. All right. So it is looking at that. I'm going to refresh this page and let's see what it shows me. So Hunchly is working, and you see Aiko and Sakura Snow Angel Aiko are both now highlighted in yellow, telling me that Hunchly has discovered these terms that I wanted to know about. Cool. Awesome. All right, so we are full documentation here. My notes in the Xmind and over in Hunchly, we're working that. Cool. Now let's redo this search here so that Hunchly gets to find all these things. Look at that. So we have somebody here. Interesting. So here's a GitHub, which we knew about, and the Reddit as well. And we have some images. There's something right here. Neat. All right, let's see what the next thing is that they want us to find out. What cryptocurrency does the attacker own a cryptocurrency wallet for? What's the attacker cryptocurrency wallet? What mining tool? Okay, so here we're doing cryptocurrency and mining. Now, if I remember correctly, back here on GitHub, there was this CPU miner, right? CPU miner probably has something to do with mining cryptocurrency. All right, and this will be the last one that we're going to do because I need to head off and close up this live stream. But let's take a look at this. So here there's a link. I always love links in this, but in this case, one of the things that the site asked us was going back in time to look at previous commits or previous versions of things. In GitHub, when you upload things and save it in GitHub, it documents at this date, at this time, this version is known to me. Then any changes, like, oops, I accidentally uploaded my Bitcoin wallet. When you change that, it still keeps the previous version. So let's see if we can go back in the commits and go all the way back to the beginning. Here's merge pull request. Let's go to older. It's probably an easier way to do this, of course. Older. Let's go all the way. Or maybe I am going back too far. I don't know. It seems weird that it would be back this far. Let's actually do this. We're going to go back to the commits on this, but we're not going to go back this far. Hang on. Let's see if that works. So here's merge pull request. Let's see what we got here. We're going to look at one of these and just see what we got. So this is by somebody named Pooler. This is not by Snow Angel. So we need to look at we're looking in their place here. Let's go back to just this and look at those historical climbing. You can oh, that's true. There you go, Diego. Yep. So we could just grab this whole thing and then look through it with strings. Let's try that, Diego. I'm willing to do it. So we're going to copy this. I've just copied this. And now I'm going to go to my command line. I'm a command line tool fan. So here I've got some directories. I'm going to issue the git clone, paste that in, and it's going to reach out to GitHub from my system, grab this entire directory, and then I can cd into the CPU miner. And now we can do git, and we can issue git commands like git history and other things like that. So if we do git history, git, let's see. So we've got, all right, let's see, how are we going to do this? Ideas, Diego? Help me out here. Git show. All right, so let's search for history. All right, let's see, generating diffs. You know what, let's just look at the log. So git log, and we're going to do help here, git log. All right, so here we have the git logs. This is getting a little complicated, Diego, and I'm a little bit out of my depth. Git always throws me for a loop. So let's try this one more time here. Let's just look up here and look in the commits and see what we can do. All right. So this is Pooler, and what we're really doing is looking for a commit by this user, right? Let's see what this says. Seems the cyber criminals aware we're onto them. Yeah, Diego, if you want to help, that'd be cool. I'm open to it. As we're investigating their GitHub account, always begun deleting information and data. Okay, on some platforms, they edited or removed content unrecoverable. Let's see, such content is often quite valuable. All right, you'll then utilize this information. Okay, cool. So here, we don't need that. Let's just see if there's anything here. Okay, we are in the right repo. And I think what we're going to do, it shows what commits he's done on his profile. Scroll down a bit. Aha. Okay. Let's see. So find ICO. No. Let's see. Did you find this on this page or is it on the other pages? Nah. Try git log. Okay. I tried that a little bit, Smayan, on his profile. Ah, okay. Let's go back over here to this user. And then we're going to scroll down here. Aha. Here we have some repositories. Okay. When he joined it. All right. Created these other repositories. Here's the PGP. So I'm guessing this ETH might be for Ethereum, would you say? Here's a mining script. And that looks like an Ethereum wallet. There we go. Okay. But it looks like he scrubbed it. So let's look at the history. When we look in the history, this is the creation. And there we go. All right. Cool. Thanks, Matt. So being familiar with cryptocurrencies and understanding that there's Bitcoin, but there's also Ethereum, Monero, and other ones helped me understand the ETH stood for Ethereum, and the cryptocurrency is what we were really looking for. So looking at this user's activity and then pulling up this project, pulling up the mining script, and then going back in the history to look at the going to the earlier commits. So let's take a look at what we're looking for. The cryptocurrency wallet for Ethereum. Let's try that. Sorry, Diego. That's all right. Hey, you know what? Absolutely, Diego. One of the things that we talked about earlier is that there's a lot of ways to do this. We are going to enter in this wallet address here. Let's see what wallet address. You know what? Let's actually. Ooh, and we probably could look over here too. Let's see. So one of the things that we can do in Hunchly is take this, right click, send this, and store this text as a selector. And that way, if we come across this in the future, that'll be helpful. I'm guessing, now I'm not unfamiliar with the wallets. I'm assuming that the wallet is that value. Let's see what it's like. So, because it's right about the right string and there's no punctuation. All right, that's correct. What mining pool did the attacker receive payments on from January 23rd, 2021? January 23rd, let's see. This is January 23rd. So I'm guessing this, let's just see what we've got here. What mining pool? Let's look for a mining pool here. Interesting. Anybody have an idea? Totally. Yeah, Connor. So you don't have to delete all your platforms, but there are ones. Let me show you something else that's fun while we're just doing this. There are some tools out there that didn't pay off. So there are some tools while we're working on GitHub. Is it ethermine.org? Let's see. So here, ethermine.org. I wasn't sure about that, but let's see. And I wasn't sure whether I guess we could Google, the Ethermine. Let's just try Ethermine without the .org. There we go. Okay. And what other cryptocurrency did the attacker exchange with using their crypto wallet? All right. So we have this. I guess we would need, well, hang on. Let's pause here for a second. Let's see if we can do something else here. Yeah, I don't have experience in crypto, in most cryptocurrencies, but let me show you something cool that we can do. While we're back over here, let's go to Mailpile. I have no idea what this is, but when you send data up to GitHub, and this kind of goes along with what Connor is talking about, or not Connor, I'm sorry. This was, Connor about being paranoid. When you send things to GitHub and participate in projects, you have to make sure that your account is protected before you do, because when you submit things, your email address may be attached to those commits. The email address you signed up for GitHub with. And what we can do is we can use tools like Zen, which is a free project on GitHub. Yes, GitHub hosts a free project to scrape emails out of GitHub projects. How meta is that? And here what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and run Python 3 Zen. Let's see if we can do a help and see what it'll tell me. Okay. So we need to specify -u username. Let's enter in our target and see what we've got. Let's enter in that username. All right. Paste. And let's see what, I'm sorry. The target, yeah, we don't need the username. Let's enter in the target. The target is the GitHub project. So here, let's just take all of the commits from this and look at them. And what it's doing is it is looking at the top contributors to this project, and it's extracting using essentially calls from my computer using Python up to the project, and it's extracting all of the email addresses for the people that aren't protecting their emails when they send commits. These commits, we can absolutely just go to github.com without a user account and see these email addresses, but this script absolutely helps make it go so much faster. Now I'm going to just kill this and this is, let me just get the, here we go. Oh, it's a SomDev script. Yeah, I remember now. I'm going to paste this into the chat. Yeah, Zen is awesome, Diego. So you don't actually have to, do the calls yourself, and it really makes it quicker to do that. So let's use Zen on our target just to see what's in here. All right, so we saw there's the ETH 0. I'm not sure this is actually going to work, but we'll see. Let's do that exact same thing. I'm just going to up arrow, and for the target, let's put in that here. Let's see what happens. Hey. So this is what you will see if the user's email account on GitHub is not public. You see with this username, and then this is users.noreply.github. If the user had public email or had their email set to public and not private, then you'd see like what we have here, all of these people's emails except these that say no reply at GitHub. So this user knows about security. Interesting. All right, people. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this last answer for tomorrow. I need to get out of here and go do some other things, and I'm sure that some of you do as well. Thank you so much to all of you that have helped me out do these CTF. As I've said, and many other OSINT Curious members have said, is that nobody can know everything, and many times getting some help from our friends and random people on the internet can be really helpful. So if you are somebody that's interested in learning more about open source intelligence, joining that community, on the screen right now, the Searchlight Discord at bit.ly/OSINT Curious Discord is a wonderful, welcoming place with great people like the ones that you've seen in the chats here that are really supportive, very helpful, and they've got channels to help you out with a whole bunch of things, whether it's doing capture the flags, helping you out with tools, or just sharing techniques. So join the community, everybody, and do more. Also, I've been Micah Hoffman. I'm the president of OSINT Curious, as I've mentioned before. OSINT Curious can always use your help. Down below is our patron page. So if you are somebody that can spare as little as $1 a month, we could sure use your help to keep our lights on. And again, thank you so much to all of you that have helped me get a really great score in GeoGuessr, and also to solve these first couple of challenges in the Searchlight in the Sakura room over in Try Hack Me. If you like this, come back tomorrow and the rest of the week. I'll be here. I think I'm going to have some other OSINT Curious members the rest of the week, so we might do some other things. But thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming. And, well, you know what I say. Stay OSINT curious. So long, everybody.